Musings, talking to you guys today about tips on how to take your resume to another level. If you are currently watching, put in the comments section #replay so that I know that you watched the replay. And as I always say, share the video with your audience so they can get this great information as well to help them take their resume to another level. So that's what I'll be talking about today. What I'll do is get on people and to join. Hi, Erica. Thanks so much for joining, and thank you so much for the book review. I appreciate you. Hey, Jerry, how are you? Okay, so that's what I'm going to be talking about today to help you guys elevate your resume to the next level. There's Tate. What's up, Lauren? How are you? It's been like too many years, hasn't it? So good to see you. Wildcats for life. But thanks for joining. And as I always ask you guys to do for me, share the broadcast so your audience can hear the information about how to take the resume to another level. I always give you guys great tips. And this is going to be a little bit different, kind of like outside the box, so you can think differently about your resume and not think of it just as a plain old resume. So I want to take you to another level. So please share the broadcast. And if I can't see your comments, for some reason, last time I wasn't able to see a lot of the comments and people were saying things, but it's not showing for some reason. I only can see when people join, and then I can't even see all the people that do join. So if you all put a comment out there, if I don't respond to it, that's because for some reason I can't see it. I'm not sure why I'm not able to see it. I usually am able to see the comments, but I'm not. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing of sharing the broadcast so I can have it on other pages as well. And then I'll get started. There we go. All right. Hey, Adora. Thanks for joining. And if you guys hear kind of an echo, I think I told you guys last week that I was in the process of moving from one city to another city. So I have made that move, and oh my gosh, moving is like no joke. And I have to be honest, I have been very spoiled by corporate America. And corporate America has moved me several times, and I have not had to do it. Yeah, the unpacking, but the packing and moving it, and I had to do it on my own, and of course on my own dime. So it was treacherous. So I have to say that I have been quite spoiled because corporate America, in my role, they have moved me several times and paid for it. It's nice for you to wake up in the morning, meet the movers, and say, see you later. They pack up your whole house, even the garbage can, and they take you and move it for you. And you don't have to do anything but do the unpacking. And they move it in, place everything up. Spoiled. So for me to have to do this on my own, oh my gosh, it is it was trying. So it was really hard to do that. So I'm gonna share that. Okay, so now I am going to get started and get my notes. Thank you all so much again. Okay, now I can see something. Hola, ¿cómo está, Adora? I'm able to see a comment now. Thank you, Katrina, for joining as well. So I'm going to get started to tell you guys on how to elevate your resume, because, okay, this is what's going on. A resume is not just, it should not just be a document with a bunch of stuff on it, a bunch of your job descriptions, a bunch of tasks, your responsibilities, or anything. You are not your job title, your task, your everyday. You are not that. They're not trying to hire the job that you are currently doing or that you have done. What they're trying to hire is you as a person. So when a recruiter and or hiring manager is looking at your resume, they are looking to see who you are as a person, as a potential value add to the company. So that's what they're looking for. So I want you to think of yourself more as an advertisement. So how do you advertise your skills, your abilities to the employer? So you're basically going to advertise what you bring to the table, okay? Not just a whole bunch of list of tasks and say, yes, I'm a great I think I told you all this before, companies are not looking for taskmasters. Companies are looking for people who can help push the bottom line, to help them grow, help them generate more income in every way. It's not in just sales or as a CEO. No matter what level you are helping that company, that organization push their vision forward. So they see, why would I pay you? So that would be my question. Why would I pay you a salary? What are you worth? What are you bringing to me that will help me? That's what your resume should simplify. I think it's an advertising document. In advertising, you're going to want to make it look pretty, right? So I always talk about content is king, and it is. I'll touch a little bit on that. Content is king. But what I want you to also think about is, how does it look? How do you separate yourself from the competition? So aesthetically, it needs to look good. So don't be afraid of using, a little bit of color or design in an actual resume, because it actually helps it stand out from the rest. And that's what you want to do. Now, we can get a hamburger from many different places, right? But what makes them stand out? Their advertising, what are they offering, their look, or whatever. That's what's going to draw you to that. So therefore, you want the employer to be drawn to your document. So yes, please make sure that it looks good to the person who is actually going to be reading it, because that'll keep their interest. We all like color. A little pop of color here or there will make it so much nicer. So again, we're talking about taking your resume up to another level. I think I forgot to talk about the title. Well, the title is 5 tips to take your resume to another level, to the next level, a higher level, whichever one you want to say. So that was tip number 1. Make sure that it looks good, aesthetically good. Use color. Okay, the next thing you want to do is make sure that you maximize the first quarter to the third of your pay. That is prime real estate. You know why? When they first get the document, they're going to look at the top and go down to the bottom. So you want to capture their attention. Poignant information is possible right at the top. Okay, so what you're going to do with that, now I already told you all before, you can go on my YouTube page about how the objective statement is dead. It is. If you are still using an objective statement on your resume, take it off, because this is a resume. We know what the objective is. The objective is to get a job. Don't state the obvious. Remove the objective statement. And also, you're dating yourself. You are still objective resume, go to resume before that using an objective statement that you need to about no objective statements, but instead write a summary, 5 bullet points, and maybe stretch it to 6. High level overview of what you bring to the table. It's almost like I shouldn't say it's almost, it should be your elevator pitch. Now, let me tell you a great example. Last week, I think you guys saw me do resume critique at a job fair. The job fair was for IT people, engineers, nurses, and like the Secret Service and stuff, because they wouldn't even let me inside because I had to have some kind of clearance or what have you. But so our table was outside reviewing the actual resumes. So this great young man came up and he introduced himself and he gave me a great elevator pitch. I mean, it was spot on. His resume, and I said, what you just said is not on your resume. Why? And he's like, well, I just, did think about it. I said, yeah, thing that's going to get you in front of somebody so you can verbalize that. Your resume is not talking about your great 90-second, great statement that you just gave me. How are you going to get in front of someone when you haven't even told them what value you bring? So I told him, I said, remember all of that you just told me, and I want you to put that on your resume. That should be front and center because that just attracted my attention to you. So that's what you want to do. Have a impactful summary. And then right underneath it, you can have some competencies, core competencies that you're good at. Yes, it's okay to have some soft skills like, negotiation, or I'm a leader or what have you. But what about the actual job? If they're asking for someone who's a communication specialist, you need to be talking about what skills that help you to be a communication specialist. Those that need to attract the attention of the person, not just the fact that you have good work ethic. That's great. Trust me, that is great, having a great work ethic. We'll talk about that another time. However, you need to talk about some really strong technical skills to show that you can do the job, okay? So make sure you have a great variety of those skills up front, okay? So that's tip number 2. The top third of your resume should capture the reader's attention with your best. Pull out the big guns. Tell about the best of the best, okay? Let me see, number 3. Okay, now you all know you could upload your resume, and a lot of times this is right here. I upload my resume to some of the job boards, and I'm always getting hit for, sales type jobs or jobs that are, not even in my interest. Well, here's why. There's something in your resume that's triggering those jobs to be attracted to you. Now, if you are interested in an actual job that you're targeting, you would like to do it, shouldn't your resume speak to that? So make sure the correct words that match the job that you're asking for. If you are looking to be a marketing analyst, but your resume is general and just talk about the jobs that you have, how is a marketing analyst, recruiter, and or hiring manager going to find you? So therefore, what you need to do is make sure that you beat the bots, or whatever you want to call them, the database system. You want to beat it, and the way that you beat it is actually speaking the language that they're wanting to hear. So this is what you'll do. You'll go out and say, okay, I would love to be a marketing analyst. I got a lot of this background, just never really had the title. So what you do is go out and look for an actual job description that you're interested in. And then you'll take that job description and pick out those keywords. Those keywords that match up with yours, make sure that they're in the resume. And therefore, those jobs will then be attracted to you. But if you're hits in database of the job boards, they actually do scan your resume, looking at all the different things, then it's something in the resume that's not attracting the types of jobs that you want. So you want to make sure that it's speaking the language of what you're wanting, right? That's not the aesthetic. Make sure that you don't overdo it. So number 4 would be basically find balance resume. Some people go crazy with, too many grabs, too many, bolds here and italicized here, this over here and that color over here. Now, we don't want to be busy. So we just want to make sure that it's emphasizing some things. Now, if you have a great achievement, accomplishment, or result, then you may want to kind of bold that piece of the actual sentence to make it stand out. Say, for example, increase profits by 1.5 million within within 6 months. So therefore, what you want to do is $1.5 million, because that's going to attract us at $1.5 million. Let me read the rest of the sentence. Then they're going to read it. And then you may want to italicize with 6 months. And that's good for one line. Don't do every single line like that. Just something that you're most proud of, that you really want to bring the attention to the area so they can look at it, okay? So that's what I want you to do. Balance it out with italics and some bolds, just kind of bring emphasis. And of course, bullets are very good to use, but just don't overdo it with a bunch of graphs. I love graphs, I love charts and everything, but use them in a way that actually complements the resume, okay? So that's number 4, balance it out. And then, let me see, my next one is, I like this one. Okay, walk the walk. Okay, so this is good. I want you to make sure that your resume is actually highlighting your accomplishments and your achievements. and not a bunch of, like I said in the beginning, responsibilities and tasks. If you are still writing your resume using your job description, then that is not a resume. That is a job description. So therefore, what I need you to do is convert the job description into the results that you achieved by doing the actual task within the job, okay? So if your role is to give great customer service, talk about the fact that on 95, you scored 95% on the customer satisfaction surveys based on the customer service that you provide. You see how that's different? I'm a customer service rep, or I answer the phones, I would give great customer service. Everybody can say that. That's very general. But is there a measure? There's support. If you don't have a number, if it's not being measured, you can say, always consistently get commented on my customer skills and and my management. And you can even, this is a big tip from your use a quote from what your boss has said. If you've gotten kudos from your boss, you can quote that to set you up, because this is what a boss has said about you. It's not you saying it about yourself. So you want to make sure that you're showing the value of the actual tasks and the responsibilities that you do. I don't care that you're responsible for something, but what are the results of your responsibilities? That's what attracts employers to want to hire you. So if you really, really, really want to take your resume to the next level, these 5 tips, I would encourage you, I would admonish you, I will push you to go and do that right now. Just take a look at your resume and say, is my resume really at the next level, or is it basically average like everybody else? If it's basically average, then you have some work to do. And it's worth it. Just understand that it is a job trying to find a job. That document is your key to get in front of the hiring manager. Get in front of people like me. You can't get in front of me and for me to talk to you if you're not telling me what I need to talk to you about. I don't want to talk to you about your job description. I want to talk about what have these results that you put down here, these achievements. Tell me how did you do that so I can try to visualize how you can do that for me in my role. At this moment, I am going to be interviewing next week some people to bring on to iRock Development Solutions, some people to help me in the business. I am going to, and I ask, send me a resume so I can actually see what do they bring to the table. Don't tell me that you're good. What do you bring to the table? So I'm going to be interviewing them. It's going to be kind of tough, right? Because I know resumes and I know interviewer. So I'm going to try not to be too tough on the people. But anyway, I will be interviewing people because I want to bring on 1 to 2 people to help me grow iRock Development Solutions, LLC, doing business as iRock Resumes. I need to see that you're going to help my small company grow to the next level. You're going to have to bring the goods. So I am at this moment taking, I put a posting out somewhere and I'm taking in resumes and everything to look at that. So therefore you want to be able to present your best foot forward. So I hope these tips are really helping you guys. And if they are, give me thumbs up, kudos. Oh, hey, Cody. Give me some kudos, thumbs up, hearts, and all that kind of stuff. But I really want you guys to really think beyond the typical resume. I really, yes, thank you so much, Erica. I'm excited. I have really decided that, yes, I have to, hire people in order to get to the next level. Oh, hey, Brittany. So that's what I really want you guys to do, to think about what can you do to advertise your skills, to market your skills. You all have heard me time and time again about how to market and brand yourself so that the employer, the hiring manager, can see the value of what you're bringing to the table. A resume is not just a resume, a document, a whole bunch of stuff. It has to tell your story. So what's your career story? What's your story? What do you have to say? What is your speech, your spiel, your elevator pitch is what I'm trying to say. I couldn't remember. It's your elevator pitch. What's your elevator pitch? If you can create a great elevator pitch that's not fluff, that has got the goods, put that on your resume. Convert that and put it as a summary, because again, your ticket to get in front of people like me is the resume. It just is. Until they do, do away with all of those, right now, we still need the resume. So do that, okay? So I hope this was helpful, this episode of Nicolette's Career Musings. And as always, I always ask you guys to follow me. Go to my Facebook page and rate the business. Leave a comment on these Facebook Lives if they've been helpful for you. Also, go out to my YouTube channel. I have many more the tips out there. I think I'm about 3 videos behind. I have to upload. Like I told you guys, I'm moving, so things are out of control. As you can see, my hair is twisted because I cannot find my blow dryer. Well, anyway, that's just real life. So thank you guys for joining me. Take busy schedule to join me for a quick session to give you guys some great tips. Share the broadcast with your followers. And as always, I will see you guys next week, same time, same place, 6:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, this is Nicolette Barrett, Career Development and LinkedIn Strategist, signing off. Have a wonderful night. Bye.